Hey everyone, it's Jennifer with DP Addiction Adventures, and I am so glad that you discovered our pop up live. Yes, I took a break last night. I normally go Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern, but it was date night. Yes, our church had a marriage, kind of date night thing. So the daughter watched the son, and my husband and I went out for a date without the kids. And yes, so we got home around 9:30 last night, and that would have been too late for us to go live. So I am so glad that you joined us today for a pop-up live. What are we doing today? If you look in the description, we are going to be talking about color blocking and how to use specialty drills in big areas to take your bling or your canvas to the next level, right? If we have a really big area, sometimes if we do all dust drills or all ABs, it'll get overwhelming or it'll get very expensive or we don't know what to do. So we're going to discover and give you a few examples of what to do. Let me turn off my light pad because it is elevating my chin. And we all know double chins do not need to be elevated. Okay. Well, another thing we're going to do is open this. So I want to first say thank you for coming in. Welcome to everybody who is here. And please know I put tonight's, but for today's live prize, enter in hashtag putty with T's rocks. So put that in the chat. You only have to do it once. And as we go through, it'll collect all of those. For tonight's giveaway. Tonight's giveaway is a $10 gift card to Tammy's. I'm sorry, I just read you, Tammy. Tracy's DP World. And we're going to open this, which is her featured putty for our blinging in the new year. I'm super excited. And let me just share this with you. If you go over to Etsy, and there is a percent, I think there's a percentage off. Yes, there's a percentage off in the description. But if we go over, where are you, Tracy? To Tracy's DP World in Etsy, you will see her store. And right there in the front, we're going to share this tab instead, is the Blinging in the New Year event set. And this includes 1 pack of champagne scented putty, a notepad, and a black and gold washi tape. Over here, you can get the putty only, or you can get the full set for $6.25, right? Let's go back to this tab. Or you can shop some more in here. Look at these lily pads with the little duckies. Oh my goodness. She's got cover minders. She's got a whole bunch of different things in here. I love shopping over at Tracy's DP World. So check her out. I'm going to put this link in the chat. If you want to go directly to her after the live, feel free to do that. And also it's in the description down below. Okay, so I cut this open and I'm super excited to see what is in here. And then to delay the excitement, let's say hello to who's in chat today. Oh my goodness. Hey, Muttnuts. So good to see you. Gail is in the house. Welcome, welcome, Gail. And I'm very excited. I am going to do a members post, and Gail is a member. She'll be able to see it. So that'll be going up this video this weekend for you guys to check out. Hey, Sarah. So good to see you. Crafting with Mary. You did a great job on Wednesday. I couldn't stop watching over on my co-host channel. Check out Tia's crafting addictions. Please, please, please. They had so much fun. Hey, Catherine, so good to see you. Hey, Amy. She's saying, is everyone having fun with their canvases? I'm working on an older DAC with a tighter drill field, so it's a bit tricky with the enhancements. Hi, Tammy. How's it going? Raccoon Eyes, welcome to see you. Crystal is in the house. Shelly's in the house. Welcome, welcome. Margaret, so good to see you. Garden, I'm glad you are here. Trudy, thank you for joining us. She put in Putty Rocks. She's going to be in the drawing. Christina, good to see you. Steffi, good to see you. Kathy, way to go. Diamond Art Crafter saying hello to everyone. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Kim and Heather. Courtney is in the house saying hello. Phil and Gracie, welcome, welcome. Heather is in the house. Robin, I'm so glad that you made it, Robin. Good to see you. Yes, we did have a wonderful date night. Cheryl Lynn, welcome, welcome. Hey, Jen M, so good to always see you in chat. I miss when you're letting life help and you're unable to come. So I'm glad you're here. Linda is in the house. Welcome, Linda. So good to see you. Jay Lily, welcome, welcome. Melissa is in the house. Thank you, Amy. Remember to hit that thumbs up button. Bonnie, it is cold here. How is it in northern Texas? We have snow on the ground. Yes, Gail. She showed some beautiful enhancements. I have about 20 minutes left on that live. Matt is here. Matt, he, I guess, is deputized as the part of the Diamond Painting Police Department. So Matt is going to be watching us. Karina, I'm so glad you're here. Jessica Diamond Paints, welcome, welcome in the house. All right. Oh, Bonnie is in Vegas. All right. So if you do come in, I'm so sorry if I missed you. Hey, Lizzie. So good to see you, Lizzie. All right. So Tracy's DP World, we are going to open. First off, she dropped in some candy that I can enjoy later. This is a pineapple and a mint. And then here's the putties. And then here's this beautiful opening. Okay, so see what's in here. All right, so we get some tea. That's my husband walking by in his pajamas. So here is the organic peppermint tea. Can't wait to try this. This wonderful little pad that you can put some of your bling suggestions on if you would like. And I love the black and gold washi tape. That's amazing. I'm going to put that right over here so I don't lose it. And this is Blinging in the New Year. Look at those stickers. Tracy, you are elevating it. So beautiful. Okay, so here we go. Let's smell this champagne. You guys have your smell vision on? Click on that smell vision button. You know you want to. You know you want to. So look how pretty this is. So pretty. Oh my gosh, that smells divine. And it has some glitter in it. That, I love that, Tracy. That I can handle. I am usually allergic to scents, and this is like a light, airy, a small bit of fruity, kind of almost smells bubbly. I don't know how you got that in there. How do you smell bubbly, right? This is the same scent, but it's in the black packaging. And I'm just showing you for consistency. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful? So sweet. I can't wait to put this in my pen. And what pen am I using? I am using the Blinging in the New Year. Look at how that goes together. Yes, and you can go over to Tia's site on Etsy and pick yourself up a Blinging in the New Year pen, which would match your Tracy's DP World putty. So I'm super excited to replace the putty that I currently have in here, which smells grape-like, and replace it with this. Very excited. Now, I want to show you, because I didn't get a chance to take a photo and put it in the week 2 update over on our Facebook group. I want to show you an update of where I am with my Mikey Bergman. Look at that. It's absolutely stunning. So I am super excited. I am now working up here. I'm working on the sky up here. And then I will be picking out my own bling for the wings. That's why I'm leaving it last. And then I'm also going to elevate her crown as well. But I am using as a core element the enhancement set. Go and look at last week's live. We talked all about the enhancement. And then down below, you'll see my own handwriting as I'm adding some of my own textures and things like that. Oops, I just popped off a drill on myself, right? I love to pet the painting. Pet your painting, not your date. So I'm really loving how it's turning out. Captured by Radiance has hand charting, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And let me just show you the Radiance site. You are going to want to go over to their Facebook group. You're going to want to become a member, because when they have new releases, the Facebook group gets a higher percentage off than the normal percent with the code, and they get to dive in 24 hours ahead of time for any of their new releases. But this is Captured by Radiance, and then I'm going to go to kits, and then I'm going to scroll down, and you're going to see these kits. I can't wait until they did tell me that Winter Storybooks True Heart will be coming back in stock. So I'm waiting on that because I was so sad that I missed out on this. Now, our heart on sleeve, which is what I'm doing, is sold out, but Love and Bood, which is what Tia and Tina are doing, is still in stock. There is a percentage off down below. I believe it's 20% off. That is the high side of their percentages. And also, if you are in the US, if you order this and then you order another one, that's going to get you, or you order some bling off of their site, you're going to get up to that $85 and get the free shipping. But yes, they have some beautiful artwork, and oh my gosh, I'm super excited. I am waiting for the end of the month when I get my crafting budget drop and get Emerald Owl. But look here, here's another Mickey Bergman. This is gorgeous. I love that one. And then let's see here. Here's some more beautiful ones. You guys are going to just like flip out when you see what's coming. So I'm so excited. Absolutely gorgeous. So go check out their site and use the 20% off. Yes. Okay. Now, let's look at what you guys have done. Okay, let's look. We're going to go over to Blinging in the New Year. And I'm going to share this. Woo! All right, so here is week 1. You guys dropped in some amazing progress. We're going to do newest. All right, so here is Billy. Billy has a corner done. Now, you might think, well, Billy, you normally do a lot. What is going on? Billy is doing this with her non-dominant hand. So I'm not going to go into it for her own privacy. She can tell everyone, but she's unable to use her dominant hand, and she is working through it. I love it. Okay. Here's Witch's Tea. Melissa, great job. Look at the shine on those boots. Oh my goodness, doing great. Anita is also working on heart on sleeve. Love it. Great job. I can't wait. Oops, I accidentally closed out. I'm so sorry. Now I got to go to newest again. Newest. Okay, here's Rachel. Oh, I love that sky. It looks like you're dotting it through with some bling. Great job. Here's Charlene. Fantastic. You guys are getting it done. What? Why does it keep... No. It keeps closing out of this. You guys are like, because you're hitting the wrong button, Jen. You're hitting the wrong button. Well, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Cassandra, look at her. That's going to be gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right. I'm trying to just close out of that. Not... There we go. Megan, great job, Megan. That's dedication. Oh, Matt's saying, we've been too busy patrolling, forgetting to post. Oh, Lizzie, they're asking any info of when a diamond painting comes back in stock. Yes, the free shipping is definitely worth it, because why not spend that $20 towards another diamond painting instead of the shipping, right? Okay, I'm trying to be careful and only click on the correct button. All right, Amy, surprised by the C bling added to the top 3 and Lighthouse. Wonderful, Amy. Great job. This is a net. Oh, I wanted to see this one blinged out. I can't wait to see it. Let me know. All right, then Kayleen, great job in this corner down here. Look at that. Oh, and she's got a little coffee cup. I love that. Marla! Oh, this is going to be fabulous. So she's chosen her bling. Look at that list she's written. Oh my goodness. Around the world in a night. This is going to be fabulous, Marla. I cannot wait to see what you've done. Here's Kat. Loving it. Oh, those cookies. I'm so hungry. I've not eaten yet today. Ooh, this is going to be beautiful, Angela. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, yes. Here's Caitlin's. Now, again, this is the week 1, so I'm sure our week 2 are going to be just as fabulous. You guys did an amazing job. This is from DP Gal. Here's Missy. Look at that fence. It makes you just want to jump right over that. All over that. Here's Shelly. Oh, this is going to be so fun, Shelly, to bling out all these like little cupcakes and little sprinkles. Absolutely. Demetra, I had to tackle all of the white background and it is done. So now diving into the fun bling spot. Cheryl changed out 5. Oh my gosh, 5. I love how you displayed which 5 you used. That is wonderful for us. Katie's doing heart on sleeve as well, using the enhancements by DP with sparklers. Look at it's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. Here is Amy Small. She's getting it done, but she's working on 2 canvases, but she never does that. This is going to be fabulous too, with all the different bling options. Kathy has progress on Candy Waterfalls. Added 3 1/3 row, or she got 3 1/3 row, and she has 7 rows to go. You are doing amazing. I have been wanting this painting forever, and it came back in stock, but by the time I went to go purchase it, it was out of stock again, because I think this is like my husband and I. But Michelle, I am super excited to see the bling you're adding. All right, here's Family Circus. Yes, this is absolutely beautiful. Shelly says she's loving the bling. Look at this hat right here. And it looks like there's some up here. That's going to be so fun. All right, Diane's got 1 row completed on Pegasus, and she's changing multiple things, and she's loving the kit. Fantastic. Eve, I'm so excited. I got to meet Eve at our retreat event, and she is just such a sweetheart. I'm sending you hugs. This is a Romance Art, she's done 5 changes already just in the first corner. Here it is again. So fun. Spunky Red. I'm so glad to see you, Spunky. Clouds Yin Yang by Wooples from Dreamer Design using the enhancement set from DP with sparklers. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. All right, Sue Bell gave us a video. So I'm going to share this tab so we can watch the video. Amazing blingers. So thank you, Sue, for the video. It just really shows some sparkle. Absolutely love it. Okay, so then we're going to, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Here we go. We're clicking. We're clicking. We're clicking. We got to go down to Sue. I'm sorry if I'm making you dizzy. Close your eyes for just a minute. We're going to go down to Sue. Where are we at? Where are we at? We're almost there. Hold on tight. We're almost there. Okay. We're to Michelle. Michelle, look at that. She's making some progress. Good job, Michelle. She zoomed into the section she's working on. Still hard to see, but that's okay. We can see some of this bling. It's coming out, Shelly. You did a great job. Absolutely beautiful. Tanis. Tanis is also working on Pegasus. Really need to set aside and work on something else because this one is going way too fast. That's okay. You do this one and then just pick up another one when you're done. It's going fast because you love it. Oh, finished. Cheshire Cat today. Changes noted on the canvas. Look at this. See, that's another way that you can mark your canvas. Some people put their actual special drill using some glue and put it right here so you know exactly what you switched out. Thank you, Selena. What a great idea. Risa. Oh, this is going to be great. I tend to add bling changes as I go. She's added 2 metallics and some additional ABs. This is Free to Roam by Chuck Penson. Then Connie, she's got a few sections completed, decided to change directions to leave what I consider the fun part to the end. Hey, Terry, good to see you. Chris is in the house. Welcome, Chris. I'm so glad that you're here. Here's Samantha's. Look at this. She's getting it done. Getting it done. It's looking good, Samantha. Here's Jenny. Progress post. So it's zoomed in on the area I'm working on. She hasn't added any bling yet this year. This is the same one she did last year if you've been around for a while. And I can't wait to see more progress. All right, Carlene. First row completed and first enhancements finished on the strawberries. Changed all to ABs and fairy dust. Wanted it to look juicy. She wasn't a fan of the rendering colors. That is great, Carly. I'm so glad that you stepped outside the box. Kim has Fairy Bunny. She's ordered the enhancement suggestions and she's done some purple sparkle dust. Did have some purple sparkle dust, so she used it as one of the background colors. Kim, that's fantastic. That goes along with today's subject. Casey got a late start, but she's doing stained glass, hummingbird, and hibiscus, and she's using the enhancement set suggestions. And then Barbara, this is classic Christmas. So far, I've exchanged most drills for pixie dust, added a few ABs when I didn't have an appropriate color for pixie dust. This is going to be shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Magic potion. Oh, I can't wait, Rhonda, to see what you've got planned. There's so much color in this. I love this character up here on the left. Linda is doing torch and flame. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, Marla, more progress on Cletus, early bird, And then she put everything there. I love that, Marla. Thank you for sharing, because then we can use those suggestions on our own. I have this one as well. So thank you, thank you. Yes, put in your notes or video or different things you've learned, things you didn't like. This is your group. Absolutely love it. Here is Berta. She is also doing heart on sleeve. I cannot wait to see what you come up with, Berta. I can't wait. Kenya is doing, Arctic Fox. Adorable. Oh my goodness. Okay, looks like you've got about a third done and you've sectioned off for the next part. Love it. Nancy is doing hot air balloons. She started in the middle. Look at that. You can do however you want. I love it. Margaret is doing Carousel Pony from Bella Art. This is a wonderful canvas. I love Bella Art. I have one that is mostly black and darks, but it has an enhancement set. And so I am hoping to pop that one out behind the scenes and show some progress videos. Oh, here it is again. Someone else is doing this one, and they're going from the top to the bottom. So we could match them up together. See how they look. Doing great, Nana. I love it. Kimberly is also doing Family Circus and using the enhancement suggestion kit. The Crystal 321 looks amazing in his hat. I know. I love crystals. Winter Solstice Crystal has. Really enjoying that. Look at how the light is hitting right here and then in the water. And then we have Shannon is doing Willy Wonka. I love this one. I have this one. I need a year of Mandy is what I need. A year of Mandy. Maybe 2027 will be a year of Mandy because I have a whole bunch of Mandy Manzanos. But great job, Shannon. Carrie is doing Lovebird Lodge. I would love to know what bling you're adding. So cool. And I love in your pictures seeing all your trays and your accessories. So this is Borealis using the enhancement kit from DP with Sparklers. Christina. Oh, I love how it's speckled out here in the sky. We're going to be talking about that. Cheryl Lynn's week 1. I've got to get a hold of this one. I don't have this one yet. I'm not like Mary where I need all the birds. Not that that's a bad thing, but there's probably 3 or 4 I'm not a huge fan of. The red backgrounds tend to increase my anxiety. Like I think they're cute, like the hummingbird and stuff. But I have to get this one. This is one of the few that I don't have that I want. Deborah, she's almost one column done for Aim for the Moon. Can't wait to get past the white color blocking. Yes, we're going to go over color blocking today. So far, I've swapped out 3328 with an AB. More to come. This is going to be stunning, Melissa. You are absolutely going to love it. Robin is doing Christmas Eve. Okay, Robin, I need to know from you, is this as much fun as it looks like? Because I have not bought this yet, but it's in my wish cart. It's my son's room is in polar bears and Arctic. And I buy most of my canvases and I have to like kind of figure out where my crafting budget is going between accessories and canvases and different things like that. And this is one in my wish box. So I need to know from you, Robin, is it as fun to work on as it looks like it is? Oh, Robin in real time is answering me. Yay! Thank you for loving me, Robin. I'm loving every minute of this one. Well, I can't wait. And maybe if you add more than the enhancement set because you're just feeling savvy, let me know what it is because I would love to learn from you, Robin. Okay, here we go. Oh, this one's awesome, Avery. It's 3 a.m. 5 enhancements so far. Oh my gosh. I could do a year of a flamingo too. I have not done a flamingo yet, but I've got like 6 canvases. Oh, Matt says I can get it, right? So far, I've changed out 780 glitter. Oh, I have 780 glitter right here. That's one of the ones I love to use. I feel, Vivian, that it's a good basic color to have in your stash is the 780 glitter. It's it fits a lot of the caramel colors, and the glitter is not like obtrusive. It gets just a little bit of extra. And so I'm probably going to order 2 or 3 more of these and make this a larger container because and I'm going to talk about some of my base colors that I keep on hand that I use a lot. Captured by the Sky by Jume. Is that how you pronounce it? I'm really bad with names. Hi, Momo. Good to see you. DP with Sparkler Enhancement Set and a few more pixie dust. That's going to be so nice. All right, Kiki. I don't know which one this is, but I can't wait to see because with all of this detail, that bling is just going to pop. Oh, Mask by Love. Sorry. Thank you for letting me keep reading. Keep reading. Okay, we got Molly. A Savior is Born. She's following the enhancement suggestions. Awesome. So happy. Kim, she's been working a lot and haven't gotten much done, but that's okay, Kim. It's okay. It's just fun. It's just fun to do this. Joanna, right. No changes yet. She's waiting for enhancement. She is also doing Willy Wonka. That is fabulous. Then Christine. I think we saw this earlier, the same one. It's absolutely beautiful. She's doing the washi tape on top. We've got Jess. Those reds. Oh my goodness. They're going to just be phenomenal. And Caitlin. Finished the release paper I started and have most of the next one complete. You can see many 823 glitters, 37.99 pixie, and 154 glitter. Those are just the most prevalent. There are plenty of other swaps mixed in. Declo, thank you for posting. This is Snow Queen. Haven't started the area blinging, but here's her progress. No problems. Thank you for sharing. Bonnie is doing Desert Hummingbird. I love those reds. They're just going to pop. Angela is use the ES bundle and in love with the holiday lights, sparklers. Absolutely fantastic. I'll have to check those out. Here's Catherine. I love that you listed what you replaced so we can hop on board with you. That is a Richard Lorenz. I absolutely love Richard Lorenz. This is a Captured by Radiance daffodils from, and you can see the sparkle in those trees. All right, we got Tammy. Love Letters, Chocolate Shop from DAC. Look, she used some quads. We're going to talk about quads today. I do think a look, here we go. I do think a look at the best staples is a good idea. Carrie has made a Google Doc on the top used, but always good to see everyone else's favorite staples. Hey, Leopard Leatherworks, Carrie, if that's you in the house, we showed yours just a little bit earlier. You're doing a fantastic job. Here's Landon, only got a small row completed this week, but hopefully we'll be reaching the enhancement area soon. And that's what we're going to go over today, is not to be scared of enhancing the background. And I know Mary and Tia talked a little bit about that in their live. Teeny, so sorry. Week 1 progress under the Scorpion spell. Oh, you can see some of that bling there. Great job. Here's Momo. Howling Wolf added 2 glitter drills and 1 dust grill. Tanis is in the house. Great to see you. Diamond Art Crafter is asking, Bonnie, are you using the standard enhancement on Desert Hummingbird? I have this kit in my stash. Yes, please, Bonnie, do share. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Okay. Close your eyes. Scroll, 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 scroll. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Oh my goodness. We have so many in here. All right. I am going to come back and do some more a little later as time allows. But please go check out. And then I hope to do a video of all these as well. But go check out your friends and what they've posted. Absolutely. So week 2 we'll go over next time. So week 2 post is already up. So throughout the week, feel free to post as needed. In our groups, people ask, like, when should I post? You can post under the progress photo if you want it to potentially be featured in the live, or you can just post in the main Facebook group. That is fine. You don't have to be posting exactly on the progress. That's just for anyone who wants to come together. Hey, Captured by Radiance, thank you for coming in. I'm so glad you're here. So, okay, now we're going to dive in to blinging the background, right? So a lot of canvases similar to Captured by Radiance right here will do some specials if it's not all color blocking. So Captured by Radiance chose to do up here in the stars. They did a, they call it unicorn poop, and it's the 827. And it's actually a dust drill up here in the sky for the stars. Now you can switch out and do something different if you want, or you can use that unicorn poop up here or the dust drill. But that is from the artist itself, right? So it breaks up a little bit of the color blocking. But many of you talked about what happens when you have, this is my, I love this. This is from Crafting and Crime Daily, and she is down below. You can get, I believe it's 10% off with Bling 26 over at Crafting and Crime Daily. This is one of her original artworks that she changed into a diamond painting. And as you can see, this was all white up here. All of this was white down here. And the actual color was, I believe it was 3770 was the color. Okay. No, 5200. 5200 was the color. Welcome in, Ditzy. So good to see you. And so, but you can see, what did I do? That is not all 5200. And so what did I do? I did not look at how expensive that would have been. If I switched all of this out, I couldn't, it'd be a whole nother diamond painting, right? Now, some people have the ability to do that, and that's fine. But also, I felt like it would take away from the artwork to have all fairy dust or all crystal or all AB, something like that. So what did I do? I took my tray. Let me put back. I've been using my Bling in the New Year tray. Love it. And Ditzy is in the house. Go check her out. There's a link down below and you can get a percentage off. Hey, Barbara. Welcome, welcome. So what did I do? I took the 5200 and put it in my tray. Then I was like, okay, what kind of bling do I want? So I looked at what bling was. Now, Rebecca included a whole bunch of bling in here. So she had some dust drills. She had, let's see here. Yeah, she had 3 dust drills. And so one of the dust drills was a 5200 throughout here for the snow. So I thought, I don't want to use dust drills. I'm going to use AB because I don't want to take away from what was already here, right? I didn't want to do same. So what I did is I thought, okay, ABs, because it's, even though this was just because it's a horizontal image, it fills in the white here to make it a better canvas for down here. I wanted it to look as if it were snow. And so I took the 5200 AB and I put roughly whatever I put in here, I put about 1/3 AB in here. Okay, so let's say I put in, I'm looking. Now this is not a round painting, but this is my round 5200, one of my bases that I keep for ABs because I use this a lot. So I put in about, I don't know, a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons, going over to cooking because I'm hungry, worth of 5200 in here. And then I put in, if I did 2 tablespoons in here, I'm going to do roughly 1 tablespoon. Or if I do 1 scoop, I'm going to do like 1/3 of a scoop of this. And then, this is why I like the lids. I put the lid on and I did shake, 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 shake. Okay. And then I just drilled. And wherever the ABs landed, they landed. So some spots, there's like over here, the ABs are much more prevalent right here. In some spots, the ABs, like right here, are not as prevalent. And you're only using a smaller bit of your special, but look at the difference, right? So it's like speckled snow. So you've got a white background, but it's not all white. Now, if they had done ABs in here instead of dust, I probably would have done 5200 dust up here to give it. Why don't we shake again? I probably would have done the fairy dust up here. Now, Mary did talk about what does she use in her background, and I'm kind of the same way. I used fairy dust, ABs, and glitter because they add sparkle, but Matt says mixing drills is a DPP violation. However, if it's intentionally mixed and properly labeled for blinging purposes, you'll let me go with only a warning. Yes. So, yeah. And then towards the end, I was careful with my mix because I didn't want to have a bunch of the 5200 mixed with the AB 5200 because I didn't want to abuse, like Matt said, the AB. So one of my paintings, I did the same thing with 995. And this is how much I had left over of the mix. And so I made sure that I had this and I could pour the mix into here because eventually, especially with 5200, you're probably going to mix again. And so that I haven't labeled this. This is a violation. Make sure you label it. But as you can see, I wasn't wasting a lot. So I'm doing fairy dust on my background and thought about doing this. It turns out really nice. Exactly. So Kim says, I do the same thing when I add special drills. It makes sparkle special because it's not uniform. Exactly. So this is an example of 100% white background, like in Faye, that you could add some bling. Now, you could also variant it. So maybe you do some of just the 5200 as kind of a rounded off and then start to vary in some of the ABs. And I'm going to show you that option. So this was my Sparkle All the Way 2024. And here in the sky, I did not want to do I changed out a lot up here in the sky. And so what I did is I chose which one of these did I want to plotting violation. Which one of these did I want to be dust and which ones did I want to be AB? And one of the colors, I didn't have a lot of AB. So I was like, instead of spending, it's not a lot of money, but if you only have one color you're missing, but you have like 20 left of that AB and it's a small spot, you could do the mix and then you've got some AB. But like here, you can see I did AB here, but nothing here. And then I did some stuff here. In the black, I didn't do any, but these drills are super sparkly. So yes, so you can choose, do you want the ombre effect of what you're using? And here, although they're really sparkly, you can see the difference in the sparkle. So it gets a little bit flatter when it's not an AB. So you can kind of ombre it in. Now, what is another option? Another option is to add a border. So this is from, I love this artist. I'm going to have to buy up a whole bunch of hers before Enablers Outpost goes. But this, what I did is I took some of the color palette in here and I created a frame. So although there's a lot of white there, and this is the painting I did the blue on. So also, let me see where it is. Oh, I still have to fill in the F there. I haven't completed this one. Shame on me. Matt's going to arrest me, and so is Lizzie. No, it wasn't this one I did the blue on. Sorry about that. Thank you, Berta. So here, and these are bubbles. So I decided to do bubbles. And I normally don't do bubbles in the painting in the outside, but I thought for frame, because of how it would catch the light, it would be subtle, but it would still give me some little pizzazz for this painting. So if you want, I can do it. Sorry to shake you guys. It's pink bubbles and darker pink. But the bubbles, because they're round and not as faceted, don't make it obtrusive, right? If I would have used crystals, it would have taken away from in here and these enhancements. But I wanted something because I didn't want I was bored with the white. So I did bubbles. And I had to play around a bit on this. So I just played around. And once I found out what corner I liked, then I just repeated it. All right. And then another option, which this was given to me by the person who created this for me. This is from a Craft or Treat. Okay. But up here, I did this part. So here, this was 100% crystal, but I decided to break up the crystal and randomly put a quad, right? It's the same quad. So it's the, what is it? The 5200. So it's the same quad. And then I decided, hey, on the corners, I'm going to put a green, I'm trying to figure out what that is. I think it's a green crystal. So I did a quad and a green crystal. And as you can see, it gives it just a little bit of extra. So it's not all crystal, right? And I did not do this corner. I still have to do this corner. I don't know what I was thinking, because I did 3 corners and I did not do this 4th one. So this is Jen makes mistakes. I'm showing it live. So I have to remove this and do this corner. But I also did the corner tactic on this side. So I used maybe it's glitter or an AB. I don't know. It's so blingy. So I just did, hey, this, and then I created as if it were quads, but they're not. There's a clear crystal inside, but you could do quads here too. But I just created a corner here and a corner here, a corner down here, and I'm going to have to redo this top up here. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just late one night. Now there's a whole bunch of stuff in here that we're going to talk about later. I know they're becoming too much. I need a lawyer because I did slivers in here. I did blocks in here. I did ABs. I did a whole bunch of stuff. This is one that I'm most proud of. I absolutely love what I did. I just flicked off one of my drills. Let me just, it's because I like to pet the painting. Now what happened is I put these flat in a box, this really big box, and then I thought I had it in the box tight enough. And then what happened is they all fell to the bottom of the box. So all these things I'm showing you have this like wrinkle in them. So I'm going to have to redo. Yes, but we'll go over this. You'll see this one again because there's lots of tips with using this one. All right. So I know that Tia showed this. This is where I started my bling journey. Okay. It was not a blinging in the new year, but this was summer cool off or something like that I did with Wolf. And I absolutely love it. And I like up here when where am I trying to find? I should have had notes. Oh, down here, when I did the different crystals, some of the parts I did crystal and some of them I didn't. So I just kind of, you know, depending on how much I had is how I switch things out. Okay. But I just wanted to show this. This will come up again because I'm going to show the different specials that I use to give her dimension in her dress. All right. Then we've got, I just wanted to show this one off. Ooh, this was the Wonder Woman one. Again, I have to flatten this out again. I'm so disappointed. Okay, so up here, this is where I added some different dimension in here. So I added some quads in the color blocking areas. So again, if you have a set, so what happened is this was all color blocking, and then there would be one different, like one drill different. And I was like, you know what? I don't want just this one thing because it's not going to show based on the other bling that I'm adding. So instead, I'm going to put a quad right on top of it, and nobody's going to know that it was only one. They're going to think it was 4. So I did some quads, and all throughout, you can see down here, I did some quads. Here I did a quad, and it just adds some dimension to what you're doing. Now this one you'll see reappear because we're going to talk about use of metallics and different things for her belts and her crown. But I did quads throughout all of these colors. So it kept it consistent. It wasn't a quad just in one area. I did some green quads here. I did some blue quads, some purple, some pink, and vice versa, right? So it kind of gave it that color blocking a bit of dimension. Now, this isn't extreme color blocking like the white on Rebecca's painting, but this gives you a different idea of what you can do. Okay, what else do we got here? Okay, here's another example of using the border. So this was my Great Lakes Escape. This was our logo for 2023. And I used some quads and some slivers and crystal because they all have the same kind of light reflective. So I with the help of Tima, we picked out the green that we needed for the quad. And then we picked out the sliver green and the crystal. And then we did that in each corner. Also, I decided around the heart that instead of the yellow going right up to the heart, I replaced and did 2 ABs with all the way around the heart. So it gave it a subtle frame. So that's something that you could do too, is as you get closer to help it go into the picture, you can add some dust or some ABs. Again, that only used up how many ABs of this color versus this whole background being AB or dust. Okay, so these now that I'm going to show aren't about backgrounds, but they're just about how, oops, sorry guys, didn't mean to hit the computer. Earthquake! These are just ways to think about quads outside, you know, what we normally do. So this one was a Craftedly. And these are round quads. I don't know what they call them, but I put them in the berries. So if the berry, and some of the berries were, like that's how this was intended, is these berries were actually supposed to be this. I think it came with the kit like this, but it's an idea for you to use for like berries or lights or stars. You could do it in the middle of a star, different things like that, because people are always asking, how do I use these quads? Because I'm so used to 1 square versus 2. This is another example of how I used quads up here. Now, some of these were 4 and some of them were 2. And I was like, whatever, I'm just going to make them all 4. And I did quads. And then even if there was a pink that, like, let's say that was 3 across the top and then 2, I put a quad there. And then I didn't care. I covered the pink with the yellow to make it consistent and use the quad there. Also, I used quads here in the ears. So, are you talking? Well, pearls for square, or there's pearls for square have the pearl essence. I don't know if it's crystals for squares or what. I use them here. So I started to notice a pattern of there being 2 or 3 in this section. And so I decided, all right, I'm just going to do quads. And then if any of the blue went over, I'm just going to use the color that's around it so the quad sticks out. So I did quads there. And then, so that was in the ears. And then I'm trying to think, was there anything else on here that was quad? I think those were the only 2 that were quad. And then I wanted to show, we'll wait on this one. This one has some other elements. So those are some ways to kind of, with your color blocking, you can add some pizzazz to your painting without breaking the budget, without having to put, oh, this one did have quads. I'm sorry. This was the square pearls. I knew I picked this out for a reason. So let me find up here. So up here, I wanted these whites because this painting from Mandy, I'm going to show more because I use bubbles in here and everything like that. These would have disappeared. And so I wanted to make them more prominent. So I did a square pearl there. So anywhere, so even though it might have only had 2 or something like that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to put a 4 right there so that when you see it next to the purple and all the other bling, it sticks out enough that you don't lose it. Right? So again, I only used 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 right there. So it's another way that you can add a little bit of extra to your painting without breaking the bank. All right, so those are some ideas. I mean, I have like 200 canvases I could show, but I wanted to give you like an example of what you can do. So, all right. Okay, so where do we go from here? From here, we're going to do our giveaway. Our giveaway for Tracy's DP World. So let me pull up our giveaway palette. Hi, I'm Crafty Crafter. So good to see you. All right, so we're going to do Putty Rocks. If you haven't already put it in now. If you've put it in already, you're good to, well, you need to put it in again because silly me did not have this already set up. So please put in, even if you already have, hashtag Putty Rocks. I am so sorry. I got super excited. Yes, I have at least 200 finished paintings. I've been doing this since like 2017, and I do like 12 to 15 finishes a year, if not more. So make sure you're doing Putty Rocks, even if you already did it. I do apologize. I forgot to hit the like enter button to start collecting them. So make sure you do Putty Rocks with the T, hashtag Putty Rocks. We are going to have some fun seeing who's going to win. Let me see. Yep, there we go. A $10 gift card to Tracy's DP World. That is enough to get you a full packet of what we looked at before. I cannot wait to use this champagne. So you can either get just the putty or you can get the putty and the wonderful notepad. She usually drops in something fun and then a washi tape. Oh my gosh, I don't think you can get that anywhere else for the price that she's doing. Also, make sure, thank you, Momo, to give a thumbs up because I just love you guys and I want to know that you guys were here. And by giving a thumbs up, I know that you were here. Hi, Emma. Emma has been a member for quite some time. I'm so glad, Emma, that you are here. And thank you for coming in. I will be doing a members only post by tomorrow night on some bling options. So if you are a member, you'll be able to see that. Make sure you do hashtag Putty Rocks if you want to be in the drawing for a $10 gift card to Tracy's DP World. And yes, Ditzy, I had smell-o-vision earlier, and this, I you know, hi, Cheryl. No, we haven't done it yet. But this I can handle. I'm usually allergic to a lot of scents, and this smells like light and airy, has undertones of like some fruit. It almost smells bubbly. I don't know how to say that. Not like stingy bubbly, but like just this, you want to float. It's absolutely amazing. And I feel like it's strong enough that you'll be able to smell it. Oh, hey, Berta's in the house. This is a violation. Thank you, Berta, so much for a shout out and saying hi. I'm so glad that you're here. Berta is one of our amazing diamond painters. You guys all are, but I'm so glad to get to know you in this community. But yes, it's just, and it also has some glitter to it. Now you can use your gift card for anything, but definitely. And then Ditsy's in the house. She did our Blinging in the New Year tray, which Ditsy, I'm in love in. I use this all the time. So I'm so excited to keep buying more and more of the event trays. The reason I like the event trays is they're fantastic trays, but then they remind you of the event you were in. Now, I would buy her normal trays without the event on the top, hands down. But what I like about it is I can go, oh, I was in that event or I was doing that. And so like she had, now this isn't an event tray, but she also had the Happy Holidays, which I didn't know she had in green, or I would have gone and bought that sucker. But yes. And Ditzy, you just came out with a new product. So she has a new product. You guys have to go check it out. I'm going to go over to Ditzy's Diamond Den, which I have favorited. I'm going to share this tab instead for just a minute. Ditzy, oh, look at this. Okay, so look at all the different trays. Here is the new tray cleaner. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to make this bigger. Yes, Cheryl, I'm so sorry. We talked about halfway through is when we started talking about different options for bling in the background. So here's your blinging in the new year. Absolutely amazing. And then throw in the Ditzy spray. So I have to go and grab some of this Ditzy spray. Anti-static. Absolutely love it. Can't wait to throw it in my cart. In my cart. Now, I have some things in my cart, Ditzy, since you're here. Where did it go? See, I have my Bling 15 in here. It gives you 15% off. So this is the stuff I have. Let's see. Let's go. How do I see my cart? I just want to see my cart so you guys can see what I have in here. Maybe at checkout? No, not at checkout. Here. So I have the diamond paint. I want to see what this silk quartz is. So I want a putty pocket. And then I want to get her two-toned diamond painting tray with the, and so I'm getting it in Starlight, but I want to get a matching putty pocket. And then I want to get a matching two-toned for the silk quartz putty. My address. Oh my goodness. Thank you. You guys can all send me stuff now. You can send me stuff. So yes, I'm getting those. Thank you, Robin. Now it's out there forever. Come stalk me. Trust me, my house is a very small house. You will not want to steal anything in it. So yes, this dual tone, I want to get to match the putty, but I need to, Ditzy does customization. So I want to give her a call and get, instead of black, I want to get like a gray as the second color. So that's where we're at with that. But I'm super excited. She has these different collections and different things. Oh my gosh, Matt's going to come. See, here's the Happy Holiday in green. Green's my fave. She also has licensed art collection. Here's her original trays. So exciting. I'll have to try to take it out in production. Who knows? But that's just how I roll. God will protect me. If I'm supposed to die today, I'm going to die today. If I'm not supposed to die, I won't die. They may appear as turkeys. But do not be deceived. We are watching. Yes, if you've been with my channel, where I work is always overflowing with turkeys, and they like attack our cars and climb up these snowbanks and stand outside my window, different things like that. So no dying allowed, right? Right. Okay, so are we ready to see who's winning? Yes, I think we've done the suspense long enough. There are 60 of you in here. Please put hashtag putty rocks if you are registered. Better talk to a therapist for that. Absolutely. So if you want to be in the running for a $10 gift card for DP's, I saw DP's World of Gems, mixing you and Tracy together. Tracy's DP World, please put in hashtag putty rocks. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to do that. 10 seconds. I know. I'm a therapist and I have to talk to a therapist. You know, every good therapist needs a therapist, just like every good doctor needs a doctor. You can't doctor yourself, right? You could put a Band-Aid on, but seriously, unless you watch the show House, which I was really sad they discontinued it, but it was getting crazy in the last season when his love interest didn't sign on for the last season. It was getting a little quirky, but he like would suture his own self. I don't know. That sounded bad. That's what she said. I don't know. That's really weird. All right. So we're going to draw and see. Yay. So here we go. Ready, set, draw. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Who's going to pick up some putty? Margaret, congratulations. So by next live, I will email you out the information Tracy's given me so that you can go and purchase between now and the next live. I'm going to try to do better on getting things out quicker. I do have still a couple Sparkle All the Ways to send out, but congratulations, Margaret. I'm so glad. Now, as we end, I do want to share a little bit of my standard which colors. Now, I may not get them all, so I may have to do a post. But for Matt's benefit and the benefit of everybody else in chat, what are some of my standard colors that I keep? So one of the new ones that I just decided on in my glitter collection, let me grab it. I don't have a lot of glitters right now because I had to figure out how to use them and where to use them. So one of the ones that I keep, like the glitters, are, just a second, I'm trying to, this is the cheaper one. Okay, so 744 glitter, which is kind of like a creamy color. And what we just talked about, 780. So these are the two glitters for sure. I'm going to be going, and I keep this one full, but I'm going to probably next time I make purchases from DP with Sparklers. Now I have a lot of 310, but that is because that was given away at our retreat. And then it also came in a different package. No, Matt, we didn't. I'm still trying to catch up. So the 780 and the 744 are the two. Now that doesn't mean I won't figure out other colors. I'm just now getting comfortable with glitters and really enjoying them. And so but those are the two colors for sure. Because I use glitters a lot more for background and for like framing and for different things like that. So I'm kind of getting used to how to use glitters. Let me show you for ABs. Um, 712 or yeah, 712. I keep that all the time. Yes, you're right. 890, 712. I keep all the time. I know, Cheryl, it's amazing. And that's why I have to like build up my stash. Okay. So I'm learning and growing. But 712 for ABs. If you're doing snow, I feel like 712 gives you the wet part of the snow. And I have several paintings I'll show you that I've matched it up next to the snow colors. And this, like if you want to do in the shadow or you want to do at the bottom of a snowman or you want to do, for some reason, this looks phenomenal as wet snow. So I keep this on hand a lot. And I also keep 712 for fairy dust or dust in general a lot. I also keep a lot of 762. I use this and switch this out a lot. So that's why I have it in my big container. So for ABs, I do a lot of the 762. And then for the blue palette, 827 and 775. I keep a lot of these. Right, Felicia? I'm just getting used to it. I think it's because when it first came out, they were still working with how much glitter, because I got a black glitter. They were still working on how much glitter would be in it. And glitter is more of a gold top. And so I think what happened is I got a sour taste in my mouth because my first set of glitters, not from DP with sparklers, but my first set of glitters had way too much gold glitter mixed in the batch. And so now that I have from DP with sparklers and now that I'm using them, I'm really loving the glitter. But I also don't just go and buy like $400 worth. I usually look at the enhancement set and then I'm like, okay, what do I want to add? I want to add this color glitter to my stash and this and this and this. So it's going to take me a while. Like all that you see that I have is from when Tmall first started with just the original sparklers. So I had to like, so all of this collection is from years and years of just a little bit here and a little bit here and a little bit here. Right, Cheryl? Cheryl says some glitters are gold glitter and some are iridescent glitter. I'd like to know, Cheryl, how they figure that out. So these are the two kind of standard blues. And the reason is even if you're not, remember we talked about tit for tat last time, that sometimes you're like, it's a $7.75. So buy Diamond Art Crafter. So maybe you switch 775 for 775. However, if you actually look at enhancement kits, some of them aren't tat for tat. And so these are two good blue standard colors. You got your lighter palette and your mid palette, that if you just have a blue in this area, then you have this that you can pull from. So these are good solid bases for what you're looking for. Let me see what else. I just changed out. I bought another art dot. So now I have a full square 4-drawer. It's not full yet. 4-drawer of dust, rounds. I only have 2 drawers of rounds right now. And then metallics back here. And then these are all my sparklers. Sparklers, I get a lot of everything. Now for sparklers, one of the ones that I always keep on hand, of course, it's going to be the one in the back. I always keep this pineapple on hand because these are fantastic. Oh, awesome, Cheryl. See, that's why I like Tina. I always like, So, and Cheryl is just like amazing, giving us the background secret stories. These are great for light source. So I love having the pineapple. Now one is opal and one is not opal. So I don't know how I ended up with 2, but I did. So I keep those on hand all the time. And another one I keep on hand, which I fell in love with oh, Matt, what's the one we're working on? The star one from Mooney Made. I fell in love with this one, which is Starlight. So I bought enough for this because Starlight is phenomenal. Even if you don't have a quad, you can throw some of these in your night sky, even if they haven't charted stars, but the painting might call, like some paintings, they're black and they're supposed to be black, but this is great to kind of give some star essence to your sky. Another sparkler I always keep on hand. Okay, well then I just accidentally labeled them 2 different things. Thank you, Cheryl, so much. A couple other ones I always keep on hand is the copper sparkler, or it's called rose gold sometimes. This one I love, and because I can use it as a metallic, so to speak. So I love using that. And then let's see, what's the other one I always keep on hand? Oh, I love the oops, where'd it go? I think it's hiding somewhere because I don't think I used the opal, but it's the S for S the white. Oh, I think maybe it's because I asked her if she could order it for me because she no longer carried it. And then she ordered some. Yes, it's the no, I did want the opal. The opal. So S for S opal pearl. The non-opal is beautiful, but if I'm using it for snow or something like that, the non-opal gives too much blue cast sometimes for me, where this is more straight pearl, but you still get a lot of bling. So those are my sparklers. Now, of course, you see all of these, right? But I'm just talking about base. If you are trying to build what you're doing and don't have a lot and you have to try to pick, I got to redo these. I wasn't thinking. Those are some of the base. And then for fairy dust, I really like a lot of the greens. So like 907, I keep fairy dust. Yes, Cheryl, I know. Thank you. So 907, I keep a lot of that because I use that a lot. I just notice that I use it a lot. And then I've started really liking fairy dust 3371. Oh, I got to take that down. I'm so sorry, MCR. We already picked our winner. I'm just going over a few things. I do apologize. I am really liking this. It gives it a little, it adds like a 3D effect to the brown areas. So I really have been enjoying that. And then 939 in the skies. I've really enjoyed using fairy dust 939 in the skies. I feel like 823 fairy dust has a little bit too much of the mica powder in it. I don't know if you can see that. So I will use it as needed, but I feel like it loses its 823 quality. But they did a great job in mixing the 9. I don't know. It's not showing up right. It's more subtle on this one, which is kind of backwards because usually the darker the color. So that's one of the main ones that I keep. And then I also have what's the other one that I always keep on hand? In the 600s, the pink 600s. Yeah, 779 and 535 square, also great dark brown. Exactly. So I usually keep one, like this is my rounds, but I have 602 and 603 in round. And then another one that I've fallen in love with is 169. I don't know why, but I love switching this out. I'm using it right now and switching it out. I just do. I don't know why. And then I do like the 159 to switch out. So those are kind of some standards that I make sure I always have if I'm going to run out. And then I love the confetti crystals. We'll talk about those in an upcoming. And we're also going to talk about skin tones in an upcoming episode, if you want to call it. Cheryl, if you would ever love to come on a live, I think the next 2 Fridays I'll be live. I would love to have you come on and chit chat. I love Cheryl. She's amazing. She is such a wealth of knowledge and she is fabulous in our community. But yes, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for coming to the pop-up live. We will be doing skin tones in the future. We will be featuring one of you in an upcoming live as well to do real life enhancement suggestions based on what you're going to show us. And I'm super, super excited. And then we're going to get into more details about when to use things. And maybe, Cheryl, that might be one you want to come on. Like when to use a metallic, when to use a crystal, how things are like a glitter or different things like that. And I can just kind of show you my philosophy as I go along, because sometimes you have to break outside the box. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining me on a Saturday afternoon. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your weekend, and I'll see you next week. And next week, we will show week 2 of your progress pics. Take care. Bye-bye.